We're gonna go ahead and start the meeting. Opening items. Number 1, call to order.
Trustees present tonight are Trustee Alvarado, Trustee Pacheco, Trustee Contreras, and Trustee Magallanes, with Trustee Lorenzo Calderon Jr. absent. You have a quorum.
Thank you. Number 2, Pledge of Allegiance. Mrs. Bristol, can you guide us? Thank you for that. B, public comments. We're gonna go ahead and go with Mr. David Castellum.
Mixed order, but all together. All 4 of those.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Carlos Montaño, lead negotiator for ACT. Quick presentation into our district's budget. Questions to ask your bargaining team. What are we doing with that we can't afford the same salaries and total compensation as other districts, right? We've compared salaries in other comparable districts in the Valley, Brawley, El Centro, Imperial, and the other El Centro district as well, elementary and high school, Brawley Elementary and High School as well. So if we look at, for example, this is a chart of first-year teacher salaries. Note that Calexico is number 9 in salaries, behind all those districts that I mentioned, and behind districts like Westmoreland, McCabe, Holville, much smaller school districts than ours, yet they pay their first-year teachers a higher salary than Calexico does. The previous slide was just comparing salary, right? In this, we also include our total compensation, which includes our benefits. And yes, our benefits cap, $25,500, is higher than everybody else's, but when we put that together, it would take a 17% salary increase for us to be at par with the top paid teachers in our valley, which in this case is Imperial Unified. Again, first-year teachers. 17%. That's how far behind our newest first-year teachers are behind everybody else. So again, the question we were asking, why is it that other districts can afford to pay their teachers more than Calexico can? What are they doing, or what are we not doing that we can't afford it? Now, if we take our maximum salary, that looks better. Our maximum salary, the highest salary with total compensation, you see total compensation on the right. We can see that it's Calexico's number 5. Well, we're still behind those other districts. And for us to reach the top, that would take a 6.5% increase. Again, including our max salary, our benefits cap, it would take 6.5% for us to reach the top districts in the valley. Okay, thank you.
Hi, everybody. Javier Rodriguez. So the second question to really consider is, because one of the things that we've heard for many, many, many years before we had a salary cap were employee benefits were really the thing that were limiting salary increases. We obviously have a cap now, so that shouldn't be an issue. But when we look at the employee benefits budget, we notice that this continues to increase every single year. So this leads us to the next question. Why are we increasing our employee benefits budget so significantly every single year? So this is a breakdown that includes what our benefits package includes, as everybody knows, $10,000 for single, 17,000 plus one, 21,500 for family. Now, when we look at CalPERS, we've noticed that there's been a 1.68 increase over the last 3 years. CalSTRS has not increased, but we've had a 19.1% increase in that category, totaling $8,860,277.81. There might be a reason for this. We can't find it. Because obviously 1.68 increase and then no increase to CalSTRS is very far away from 19.91. So that's something that we would like for you guys to ask about. Now, obviously there are salary schedule increases which could increase CalPERS and CalSTRS. We want to be transparent about that. But does all of that really equal 19.91% increase? Again, we can't find the reason for that. So just to kind of bring this home a little bit, CUSD's employee contribution has stayed the same over the last 3 years. CalPERS has increased by 1.68%. CalSTRS did not increase, but the budget for employee benefits has increased by 19.91% for a total of $8,860,277.81. And one more thing to add, fewer employees. So that should be offsetting some things. So again, when you guys meet with your bargaining team, this is absolutely something that we'd like for you guys to ask, because again, when we crunch the numbers, when we look into it, we have a very difficult time seeing how this is happening.
Mr. Luis Garcia?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Luis Garcia on behalf of ACT. And tonight I request that you ask your bargaining team, are we running in the red? Are we running in the negative? And the answer is quite simply, no, we're not. Okay. Over the last 3 years, as you can see, in 2021, the school district started with a balance of almost $37 million. At the end of last year, we're at $74 million. And every year we hear the same thing, the sky is falling, we're going broke. Okay. Unrestricted balance has been maintained relatively stable. But the restricted balance has increased from 1 million in 2021 to almost 39 million in 24. Okay, that's a significant increase. Okay. The increase in the unrestricted budget or balance comes from contributions from the unrestricted to the restricted. In 2021, the contribution was $12.5 million approximately. In 22, 23, it was about $16.5 million approximately once again. And last year, it was about $18.5 million. That's a lot of money. Over the last 3 years, nearly $48 million have been transferred from unrestricted to restricted, with another $20 million budgeted for contribution this year. A lot of money. Okay. Why is that a problem? Well, as you all know, salary increases come from unrestricted funds. Okay. When they be transferred to restricted, there are strings attached. Okay. They must be used for specific purposes. Okay. And not always for salaries. Okay. Once again, 48 million approximately over 3 years is a lot of money that could have been used to fund salary increases. Okay. Can that money be transferred back? According to CT experts, yes, some of that money could be transferred back. Okay. So that's just one of the things we'd like you guys to consider.
Mr. David Gastelum?
Good evening, everyone. ACT negotiator. Next question we want you to ask is, how is CUSD prioritizing its budget allocations? And if you guys look there on the table, I'll leave it there for about 5-10 seconds. Just analyze it. I'm not going to go over all the millions of dollars. but we got the top 4 districts: Central Union, Brawley Union, Imperial Union, and Calexico. Important part is, let's look at the third column, the percentage. This is what the districts invest in their certified staff. Okay, Central Union, 40.81%. Brawley Union, 37.60%. Imperial Unified, 41.1%. And Calexico, 32.16%. As you're looking at this, think about what's your primary reason of sitting here and representing this district. If we go, we're going to go to the total compensation all the way to the right. From revenues, if you look at Central, they're spending 76.30%. Brawley, 71.43%. And last, Imperial, 81.58%. And Calexico, 71.41%. What is your purpose as board members? And lastly, to close, it's not there because not even I know I'm saying it, but they're warned. Okay, first of all, I asked someone that you all used, ChatGPT, 5 minutes before coming to this meeting. And 2 questions. How can school districts retain and recruit teachers? Number 1, competitive compensation. Salaries and benefits. And the next question I asked, what is the top factors influencing students' learning? And it's quality of instruction, teacher-student relationship, and classroom environment. Guys, where's your priority? Let's do the right thing. Let's negotiate quickly. We gotta be leaders here. We can't go behind another year. It's bad not just for us, for all of us. We're a team, we're a family. Let's get this done. Thank you.
Pat Bristol?
Pat Bristol. Pat Bristol, lead negotiator for Chapter 399 CSCA. Good evening, board members, Superintendent Jimenez, colleagues, and all the members of the community. Today, from 10 a.m. to 3:40 p.m., we engage in negotiations with the district. Despite our efforts to find common ground, we are unable to reach an agreement. The reason is clear. The district presented to CSCA Chapter 399 with a 3-year budget projection that doesn't align with the facts. While the district claims to negotiate in good faith, today we uncovered a revised budget that contradicts these previous numbers. The new budget pending approval tonight from the board members shows an additional $16 million in surplus, a surplus that was not disclosed in our original budget that was dated back from July the 1st, 2024 to 2025. We demand transparency, accountability. I urge the board tonight to make the right decision to approve the budget that reflects honesty, fairness, and provides our classified employees with the salaries they rightfully deserve. Thank you for your time.
Ramon Gomez? Ramon Gomez?
Good evening, board members, Superintendent Jimenez, community members, and union brothers and sisters. My name is Ramon Gomez, and I am here tonight as the Labor Relations Representative for the California School Employees Association, representing the hardworking classified employees of this district. I stand before you to address some concerning developments regarding the ongoing contract negotiations. Let's start with the district finances, which obviously is a key topic that our friends have shown you in part tonight. In July, the revised budget showed an ending fund balance of 17%, amounting to 19.6 million. Yet the budget you are adopting tonight shows an astonishingly increased ending fund balance of 47 million. It's hard to understand how the district's negotiators are offering classified employees a mere $460,192 as a salary increase. This disparity is alarming. For months now, this administration has delayed negotiations, leading us to believe that these delays were intentional, employed as a strategy to leverage the pending insurance premium increases to extract concessions from our members. These delays are not just frustrating, they feel manipulative, designed to force us into an unfavorable settlement under pressure. We understand the challenges of rising healthcare costs. That's why, in good faith, we offered a reasonable solution, a 45-day extension to the insurance increase deadline through a memorandum of understanding. Despite an MOU, despite this good faith effort, your staff has refused to agree to this extension. I ask you, is this what good faith bargaining looks like? The choice before you tonight is clear. You can direct the administration to approve the healthcare extension MOU to give us time to negotiate fairly, or you can settle the contract now with a reasonable settlement offer, salary offer, that reflects both the district's financial reality and the invaluable work of our members. We urge you to do the right thing, honor the work of your classified employees, meet us at the bargaining table with a fair offer. Thank you.
Jesús Núñez.
Good evening, board members, administration. My name is Jesus Nunez, parent of Ivana Nunez right here, advanced student at Dual Elementary School. I stand before you to address the decision to move band instruction from the regular school day to the after-school program. An email was sent to you, to all board members on behalf of myself and my wife on August 16 of this year. And with the exception of Mr. Contreras, no other board member acknowledged the email. The decision to move the band program from the regular day to Sparks was abrupt and did not consider the overall impact that the decision will have. Not every child is able to stay after school, and those are the students who will most negatively be impacted by removing band from the regular school day. They will no longer have the opportunity to participate just because they are unable to stay in the after-school program. Remember, these are children who may not have an option to stay after school for reasons we should not question. The decision will also impact the students who do stay in the after-school program because they will not be learning from music teachers. In my email, I had questions regarding who will be leading the music program after school, and my questions were, will the tutors be experienced in band music? Will the tutors be able to teach students all the aspects of playing various musical instruments? Or will kids simply be in band with a tutor who may or may not have any knowledge of music? No one has answered those concerns. The band program at the elementary school level needs to be held by experienced music teachers like Mr. Navarrete and Mr. Lapi, who have inspired many students, past and present, to love music. Music should not be treated as less than other subjects. Historically, band students excel academically, and I believe that correlation has to do with playing an instrument. Playing a musical instrument has been shown to increase cognitively ability through enhanced neuronal communication between the left and right hemispheres of the brain. As Confucius said, music produces a kind of pleasure which human nature cannot do without. Please do not remove the access for all students to participate in band during the school day. It is my hope that you will reconsider and keep the band program with band teachers. Both Mr. Lapi and Mr. Navarrete worked hard to rebuild the band program. Elementary schools deserve to have the music program offered during the school day. These are your feeder programs who will go on to play at the junior high and high school levels. So please make sure that you reconsider this, because to this day, this is the 4th week of school, and we haven't had any information as to why the program was pulled out from elementary schools. 4th weeks, and usually the program starts after the 2nd week. So they already missed 2 weeks of band already. So I will hope that you can reconsider to bring back the program. Thank you.
Crystal Cáceres.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm Crystal Cáceres, Secretary at Pinnacle Hall Community Day School, and I am CSEA Calexico 399's First Vice President. I stand before you tonight with a deep sense of frustration. Over the past months, we have seen negotiations dates repeatedly postponed, first in June, then in August, at the district's request. While I understand that some delays may have been unavoidable, the reality is that we lost valuable time that should have been spent negotiating for our salaries and benefits. And now, because of these delays, my CSEA siblings and I find ourselves facing the harsh consequences. I live paycheck to paycheck. Like many of my union siblings, I'm now struggling to figure out how I'm gonna afford a nearly $400 insurance cost on top of my bills, food, gas, and most importantly, providing for my children. This is not sustainable, and it's certainly not fair. If our negotiation team does not reach a fair settlement soon, what are hundreds of my CSEA siblings and I supposed to do? An unfair salary increase is not enough. It doesn't even begin to cover the true cost of living today. As I said during the last meeting, prices have gone up on everything. Rent, groceries, fuel. We need to be more realistic about what it takes to survive and stop pretending that there isn't money available when we know that there is. Our livelihoods are at stake, and it's time to treat this with the urgency that it demands. Thank you.
Fabiola Calderón.
Good evening, Superintendent Jimenez, Board of Trustees, and members of the audience. I'm here tonight to address the recent decision to move the elementary band program to ACES, which was communicated just 1 week before the new school year. While I am not here to challenge the decision itself, I am deeply concerned about the manner in which it was made. In Calexico, the band program is more than just an extracurricular activity. It is a tradition that spans generations. Grandparents, parents, and teachers alike have participated in this program, which has been a cornerstone of our community for decades. The abrupt nature of this decision, particularly without prior meetings or feedback from the dedicated parents and staff involved, raises serious concerns about communication. Effective decision-making should involve input from those directly affected. It's crucial to understand why the program, which has been so valued by our community, was deemed to need such a significant change. What was wrong with the existing program? Was there other, less drastic solutions that could have been considered? These are questions that should have been explored through a transparent and collaborative process. It is essential to remember who we are serving in these decisions: the students, their families, and the staff who work tirelessly to support them. Open communication and engagement with the community are not just formalities. They are essential to ensuring that the needs and values of those we serve are respected and addressed. Thank you for your attention.
See announcement of convenience into closed session. We'll be back around 6:30. Thank you.